everybody to the first piece of content that we're actually putting out. We're going to discuss our views on the Satanic Church here in South Africa. So, stay tuned.
The first Satanic Church in South Africa. So much panic, Baba. Huh? Do you guys feel like it's worth the hype? Like it's worth all this panic? Because I see a lot of videos of people panicking. Somebody's like, "Yo, we're in trouble. The world is coming to an end." You know, it's here in South Africa. We have Satanic Church.
So, is it worth the panic? Okay, from a Christian point of view, people need to understand why they would panic. You know, we all know Satan started off from the Bible. You know, I don't know if Satan, I don't know any story where he was actually alone and he started his own thing, but we all know Satan is from the Bible and we only know the understanding from the Bible, right? So I think that's why people tend to panic about it.
Yeah, so
because they do see him as somebody somebody who is sinful, who represents all these bad things.
Yeah, the embodiment of sin.
So I understand personally where the panic is coming from, definitely.
From the Christian side, you know.
Or even from anybody. Literally, I don't even know much about Satan. Like what people know, the basic thing of about Satan is what is it?
I feel like if anybody doesn't know anything about Satan, they should look it up. They should do their own research.
Definitely.
You know.
I think the panic is...
Yeah, the research now has changed. But put that into perspective for somebody who's 50 years old or 60 years old or 70 years old and they've heard it differently. That's what I'm saying. Satan didn't start as this great man who was about liberation. No, he did not. There were many cults and stuff that people did in the name of Satan.
See, but the thing about these Satanists, we need to understand what they're all about. Because apparently they do not worship the devil. They do not worship.
Or maybe it's changed.
Okay, we're talking about our church. We're talking about our church and what we pray about.
True.
Yeah, we're talking about our South African church. Never mind the ones that you've seen in movies or the ones that you've seen in the States where they sacrifice babies, where they kill your pet and then make a pentagram and then spill blood all over the pentagram. Our church, they do not, can you read that? They don't worship the devil, they do not, I think it's somewhere there.
They do not condone or practice animal or human sacrifices. They're not a bunch of haters. Cute. We are not even, they are not magicians invoking spirits to make money. We are not anti-God, anti-Allah or anti-Buddha. We are not perfect and we don't have all the answers. That is a gap.
That is a religion.
And that's a...
No, saying that phrase is a bit of a gap.
It's a funny contrast between the two religions because they clearly say, what was that last point? We are not anti-God, anti-Allah or anti-Buddha. Christians are actively anti-Satanism.
I cry every day.
But what I'm saying is the panic is definitely warranted. I would never doubt that. I understand why people are panicking. I even took a step back when I first heard about it. But there's definitely a time where you have to step aside from that and actually try and see what it is and understand if these people are really here to do bad as probably a lot of Christians think.
But I feel like people should just try to understand them more. Maybe try to go to their church and see what they're all about. You know? I go to Jay, don't give me that look.
Boy, if you don't get...
You should try to go to their church. Okay? See if they're they don't, sacrifice anything. If they're valid, they're not trying to make money off this church like some Christian churches.
You know, sacrifice and killing is two different things. To sacrifice somebody and to kill somebody.
It does not make it right.
Sacrificing is to do something to gain something, right? Maybe it won't even come from that place, but I can see what they were trying to do here.
Yeah, so that's why I don't want people to build all these misconceptions in their head. That's why I feel like they should go to the church and see what happens. To this day, there's still a lot of misconceptions about the ZCC church. Our poor ZCC church in Limpopo. People still have a madness. That church has been around for 100 years. 100+ years. People are still going when you go to church, do you guys pray in the mountain? I'm like, bruh, it's right at the foot of the mountain. What do you expect? Bruh, come on. So I feel like if you don't know anything about the ZCC church, go to the church and see what's going on. If you don't understand anything about a Satanist church, go to that church and see what's going on and stop being freaking arrogant or ignorant or that's my point.
Okay, fair. I feel like people need to understand what do they I feel like it comes down to what do people see Satan as?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So if you're obviously a person who's like, okay, you know what, Satan is a bad person, he's seemed to invoke temptation and misguidedness and all of this stuff, then it's a fear. Like, I understand where this church can go wrong. I feel like as much as this church wants to make it about something else, it's not going to be the same thing for everyone.
What are they all about exactly? I feel like they're all about self-acceptance and self-pride. Their entity is all about acceptance, complete acceptance.
Yeah.
No acceptance with conditions. Again, unlike the Christian God.
So they're praising themselves and not Satan at all?
Well, technically, even in Christianity, you are the temple of God. Your body is a temple of God. You are made from God's image.
But people put God first. Not just in Christianity, they put God first. Like, we're not talking about, isn't it we're separating Satan and God right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to separate Satan, and I'm going to say, like, my question is...
No, don't talk about the Satan from the Bible, the Christian Bible.
Okay, but where does Satan come from?
The Satanism that because they said it themselves, they do not worship the devil. The devil is an embodiment of...
That's what I'm asking. That is, are you doing it for yourself? So you are... It's not about a spiritual being, it's about yourself, right?
Basically, it's all about yourself.
And what is this Christian number... I mean, not Christian number 8, but rule number 8. It says Satan... Not rule, but anyway. Satan represents all of the so-called sins as they lead to physical, mental, or emotional gratification.
Keyword, so-called.
The so-called
sins.
I feel like...
As Christians say, like I say, we all lie. Thou shalt not lie.
So
lying sometimes is a necessary evil.
So they want to take everything that's bad about, let's say, Satanism, and they want to make it good. That's what they want to do.
I feel like it's all about acceptance, acknowledging that these things exist. You don't have power over them. You know, just embrace it. You know, I'm not talking about killing people. That one is a moral issue. Like, we all know that killing is wrong. We all know that lying to use somebody is wrong. We all know those things. But I feel like it's deeper than that. You know, some people don't accept themselves because of what society thinks. You know, I feel like that for them is the sanctuary, like a place where people can go and like talk with people openly about whatever it is that they're bothering them.
Why do they do Satanism? Like, I don't understand. Like, doesn't God stand for some of those things? I know people have misinterpreted it the way God is.
Yeah,
but the fact that you use Satan is the weird part for me.
Maybe that person is gay. They're not allowed in church. I know there's some Christian church, but that's another thing. Like, if you're a Christian church and the Bible says Sodom and Gomorrah was burned because God did not like gay people, and you're a Christian person and you're going against what the Bible says, doesn't mean that you're sinning according to Christianity.
Yeah.
But that kind of means you're sinning, right? So does that mean like people who accept gay people in Christianity are committing sin? But that's another topic. I feel like the Satanic Church accepts everybody regardless of how their sexual orientation. What are the misconceptions that come with Satanism?
There we go. I feel like
misconceptions that come with Satanism.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think the first misconception is when we hear Satanism, we visualize. That's the first thing. And the Satanic Church in South Africa has made it explicitly known that they do not praise Satan.
They praise an entirely different entity.
They don't praise an entity itself.
Huh?
They praise them like themselves, of who they truly are.
It's a religion. Every religion praises something. They have their own.
But that's what they're saying. It's not like Christianity where my faith is in a God. You know how, let's say, Christians will be, it's God.
Yeah.
And Allah, it's something.
Okay, maybe it would have been different if...
They're not taking, let's say, because I feel like, you see, I'm taking it from the Bible. I only know the one from the Bible. I've not read the Satanic Bible, the Satanistic Bible.
Yeah.
So they're not, like Christians, they take God, they praising God like a higher power.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like with these people, they're not saying that we are praising Satan and maybe all of what he was about in the Bible. We are praising something totally different that's in ourselves.
Yeah.
Rather than Satan, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had to put a church. Why do you call it church?
I was
just name it
congregation
or something.
Or a cult.
Why church?
But then again, we still don't know much about this church. Maybe they do have an entity that we don't know about. That's what I'm saying. Let's go to a Satan church, people. That's all I'm saying. Again, a Satanism church will impact society.
That's my issue. This is where I'm coming from. Like with the Satanism church, I understand that what they are doing inside the church.
Yeah.
The thing is that what if I am a Satanist person and I don't see Satan the same way you see Satan? You know? And the thing is
that's kind of like with every religion though.
But we all know God at the end of the day preaches love and stuff. Like with Satan, they know it's from this man who was misinformed, right? Or let's say he was misguided, or there was this misperception, right? They say there's a misperception behind Satan. What when if people go with the negative misperception about him? What when if people want to say, you know what, Satan was about this and I'm going to go with this. It's not about these two people at the end of the day. You see these two people are running the church? I understand that they're trying to make it a good thing, but you never know what somebody else is feeling inside and may use it
There usually have been those kind of churches where like people sacrifice people and try to like cast spirits or stuff like that. They have in those kind of churches. So I feel like stuff like that comes with every single church though. There are some Christians who believe they can talk to the dead.
No, sure it doesn't. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I disagree.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't like argue the actual being of Satan or anything, the impact on society. Personally, I'm referring more to the implementation or them allowing this church to open in South Africa. I think that's an amazing thing. Not in a sense that I want not in a sense that like I accept what Satanism is about or any of that, but I think us allowing people with a different view on life or a different religious standpoint to us, I think us allowing them into our society says a lot, and I think it's a good thing. And I think so when something does happen, if something does happen, what people think like sacrifices and everything, that they've made explicitly known that they do not condone that. But if something does happen, then we can definitely have that conversation. But I think right now we need to understand that these people just they have as much right to be on the soil as Christians.
And there are people who are like, do these people have a right to create this church? I mean, like, it's a democracy. We live in a democracy.
We live in a democracy.
So
I feel like where you guys are taking like this point from, I feel like, you know why it's a bit easier with other religions?
What?
Because you know when you go back to the written word, it comes down to love and peace or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Let's be real, does Satan come down to at least, you know, love, peace and all of this stuff?
In the Christian Bible.
In the Christian Bible, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Have you read the Satanistic Bible?
No, I'm not.
So you're just talking
but then again,
I'm just saying.
But then again, I've never read the Christian Bible, so.
So then where are you taking it from, dude?
From what I hear in church and what people say about it. From life experience, basically. Satan has always been the bad, the conjurer of evil, the embodiment of sin. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, Sean. Look at this. That's what, listen to.
I don't want to speak for things I don't know that I've never seen. But I'm kind of like Thomas.
That's what I'm saying.
I have to see it before I believe it.
This is my point, isn't it? I'm taking it from the Bible. This is from my understanding. So I'm saying let's say there's a religion, I'm not going to say Christianity. Let's say I make up religion and the core values about this religion is love and peace and power or whatever, you know, all these good things. The problem with Satanism is that people can misconcept it so easy because it does have a bad history around it. So what really personally, I want to take it from that history. You gotta take it from, I understand if it's liberation, if it's liberation, all that stuff, like if it's a good thing, I can't have a problem with it. Why am I fighting somebody who's doing something good or it's healthy? Then I don't have a problem with it. But I'm saying that it's easy for somebody who is hurt, somebody who's going through a lot, somebody who does want to do hate. It's easy for them to say, you know what, who are you to say that Satanism wasn't about wrong? And who am I to tell somebody else, another Satanist person, that it's not about knowledge? The thing about the Satanism thing, it can come from any, background of the person.
Do you think that's all religious congregations, though?
No,
every religious group has a group of people who use the religion to justify their own doings.
Just like some suicide bombers bomb themselves in the name of Allah.
There's definitely bad people in religion, but I'm saying that the religion didn't start.
You feel like Satanism will have more damage, will do more damage?
No, I'm not saying it's going to. I'm saying that it's what do you call it? With these religions, they do have their bad people.
Yeah.
But we all know from the religion like Christianity and all of these things, doesn't it start off with love? Like the written word was love and peace and all of this stuff. It didn't come from a place of temptation of
when do we start separating Christianity's view on this religion and actually educate ourselves in this religion? When do we make
the purpose of this video is to like encourage people to not build up misconceptions. Go to the church and see what they're all about. If somebody there hears there's a Satanic Church and they go to the church and they find one of they're sacrificing babies and they're okay with that, it is messed up, but they're gonna do them, they're gonna get arrested, get sent to jail, get a death penalty. But if they go to this Satanic Church and find that these people now, they're all accepting, they do their satanic rituals where they hug each other, like they're all lovely bubbly, you know, it's fine, and they like that thing, it's fine. There's
depending on that, it's fine, but I just feel like I can't really...
So people should do their research before they start. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
People should do
before they start going there, because with some churches, people take advantage of a lot of people in the name of God. You know, you go to a church and you find out like the pastors bring people in the face of doom. People go to the church, for some reason they see nothing wrong with it and they keep going. That is messed up.
Yeah.
You go to another church, they tell you to like tithe $1,000 in order for your troubles to go away. That is messed up. The Satanic Church says nothing about making money off of people. I want to see that for myself. Like, are they like receiving donations and stuff like that? You know, in the name of Satan. I don't know. You know, so they're like.
The thing is that I feel like guys, like I understand the issue of people need to learn other people's religion and stuff, but I think your question is more important. When do we separate it?
When do we separate it?
Yeah.
But my point is, okay, not when do we separate, I understand. But then, since Satanism is what the person is personally about, it almost seems like it can become almost like, it doesn't have a set core values, like it doesn't have a chain of set core values, because think about it, if I'm a different Satanist to you, what can I say to you? If I want to do a bad part
there are all kinds of Christians on this planet.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we all know the written word does not say, like, go around and do whatever you want. They're saying they want people to be your, gratification of your true self, of the so-called sins and all this stuff. They're saying, what am I wrong? Okay, but anyway, no. My point is, okay, let's say there's these Satanist people in church, right? And then maybe for these people, they're like, okay, it's for liberation, and I want liberation. Okay, I'm cool with that. If you want self-knowledge and liberation, I'm cool. What about if this other Satanist person is like, you know what, Satan he got it from the Bible. Because isn't it, most people, I don't think they...
I feel like that's why they created their own Bible. So that people read. Not the Christian Bible, because in the Christian Bible, Satan is all bad. But in their Bible, maybe there's a different set of morals. I hope not. Morals are morals.
Okay, so let's say this person, I'm satanic, and I'm saying no, what Satan is actually about, all of these bad things. Is that person wrong? Let's say he's not exactly hurting other people outside, but he's causing self-harm.
I don't think that looks down on a whole religion. I don't think that is an umbrella for a whole religion.
I don't know, I just feel like it can get unhealthy so quick when the core values don't make sense. Not that it doesn't make sense, when the core values are confused.
That's definitely true. Let's put it like this: the Christianity core values are known, yet they're still skewed. People still. So it's the same thing, just in different measures, I guess.
Yeah.
Because this is unknown, so they can do what they want with it. Christianity, the core values are known, but people still do what they want with it.
Yeah, they twist the Bible words to do whatever they want out of people.
But think about it, I understand. So let's say I got the Bible. So now this is a whole new religion, right?
Yeah.
So people are going to be making their own assumptions about this whole Satanism, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, people who don't know, they're going to create assumptions.
They're all going to create assumptions. We watch many videos.
You create
make your own assumptions. That's the thing, and you're only gonna take the part of Satanism that you want, because that's the part you feel great about. And you don't know what people are gonna turn that into. That's my issue with it. Like the whole core value of the thing is so confused that it can become anything, and you can be right about it, because you know what?
Pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name.
From what we've read in the articles and the few videos we've seen, I think we've established that like these people, there's a lot of regulations they put into place, and there's a lot of things they've come out into public and say we do not condone this. So I think the intentions are really good, and I think if something does come up, because a lot of people, like, the argument is more when, but if something does come up, then I guess we'll have that chat when that does happen. But yeah, would love to get your thoughts on the Satanic Church, quote unquote. I'm not sure what we really need to call it, but the article says Satanic Church. Would love to get your opinion or take on the Satanic Church in South Africa. Let us know what you think in the comment section.